afternoon, good evening. Those of you on YouTube and TikTok platforms. I'm Mr. Clay. Let's pray. Oh, most holy Sanini Nanini, we thank you for everything that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. We thank you how you just cause us to be wise, and even through your word. You said your word makes even the simple wise. Yes, we thank you, and your word is pure as gold. And we thank you. We thank you that you have taught Israel. You have taught the Bantu to war. You taught them to go through. You taught them that you're going to have to battle in this land. You're going to have to fight in this land. Yes, yes, yes. You didn't just say turn the other cheek. That was to your brother, to try to get your brother calmed down and get him to repent. Yes, oh, mostly we thank you, most holy one. We thank you for all that you've done. Deal with our children, that we might be a people that are sympathetic toward our own, toward our people, and that even those that are strangers that look at our way and not trying to disrupt our way, we can be that same way toward them. And we thank you and we glorify you for all things. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Now, numbers. The reason you take a census is right. What? For your military. Basically, or you're trying to figure out how you're going to do your logistics, how you're going to allot this and allot that. Now, for some entities, they do this for racial reasons. Who's this and who's that, and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to manipulate this. And over here, we know them. We know how many of them. No. That's not for that. Let's read. We're in the book of Numbers, chapter 1, the first chapter of Numbers. I'm Mr. Clay. Now, in verse 1 it says, And the I Am spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt. Now, you look at the time here. This was on the first day of the second month in the second year, 2 years after they came out of Egypt. Now it's time. This is a 40-year trek now. Take ye the sum, in verse 2, of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers. Note that. With the number of their names, every male after their polls. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war, note that one, in the Bantu, or among the Bantu, or in Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. This is where the draft was started. Now, and with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you of the tribe of Reuben: Elizur, the son of Zethur, of Simeon; Shemaiah, of the Zurish Shaddai; of Judah, Nashon, the son of Aminadab; Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar; of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon; of the children of Joseph; of Ephraim, Ishama, the son of Ameliel; of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazah. Now, we heard that name Gamaliel before. Apparently, whoever this was, he was of the children of Joseph, Gamaliel, whom Paul said he studied under. You take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gidoni; and of Dan, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai; of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Akran; of Gad, Elisaph, the son of Deuel; of Naphtali, Ahara, the son of Enan. And these are the renown of the congregation of the princes of the tribes of their fathers, the heads in Israel. What does that mean? Of each tribe, these were the presidents of each tribe. These were the ones that, of each nation of Israel, each entity of Israel, they ruled. Let's keep going. These were the renowned of the congregation of the prince of Israel, the fathers, heads of thousands. Now there were other heads, but these were the heads of thousands. And Moses and Aaron took these men which were expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. Now these are the house of the fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20-year-old and upward by their polls. Now he's saying, hey, this is where our where we're going to draw our soldiers, our Navy, our Air Force. Now, they didn't have an Air Force then, but as the I am commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generations and after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names by their poles, every male from the 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. All right, now every nation is going to need an army. Every people will need an army or some type of protection or some type of force to repel the enemy. Even your own household, you need some type of protection. You need some type of way of protecting. Even sons are a way of protecting. Daughters can too if you train them. Now, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. And the children of Simeon, by their generations, by their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the number of the names, by their poles, every man from 20 years and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. And the children of Gad, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward. And all that were able to go forth to war. Now, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, 45,650. Of the children of Judah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward. And all that were able to go forth to war. Now, one thing is good. You might know the numbers among yourself, but never reveal to those who oppose you the numbers of your forces. That is a bad mistake. Now, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. And of the tribe of Issachar, by their generations after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered among of them, even of the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. And of the children of Zebulun, by their generation after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from the 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Now of the children of Joseph, namely the children of Ephraim, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Now, we know that these numbers, they also benefit in knowing your logistics. How are you going to feed them? Your ammunition. Who's going to make the, how many bows, how many arrows you're going to need, how many swords in this situation, how many short knives, how many long swords, I mean, helmets, you're talking about body armor, you're talking about all these logistics that go into forming an army. That's just the basic. Now, those things, now, then you get into the specialized deal. We're going to get into that later. All right. Now, he says, now the children of Benjamin, by their generations after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, and all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the children of Dan, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered among them, even the tribe of Dan, were 32,700. And of the children of Asher, their generations after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. And those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout the generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the name, from 20 years old and upward, all were able to go forth to war. And those that were numbered of them of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. And of those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his father. Now, There are also those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Even all that were numbered were 600,000, 3,550. That's a lot of people. But the Levites, after the tribe of their father, were not numbered among them. For the I am spoken unto Moses, saying, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all the things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp about the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle setteth forth, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Now this was a task of the Levites. But the Levites pitched around about the tabernacle of the testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all that the I am commanded Moses, so did they. Now this was a special part about the Levites. We're just getting out the book of Levi. Now the fact is, he's saying that Levi, these are the people that are going to pray. This is the people, this is the nation that's going to cause the other nations to be victorious. This is the nation that's are the pastors, they're the priests, they're the ones. You cannot self-appoint yourself as a Levite. You cannot do that. Jesus wasn't even a Levite. Jesus was of the tribe of Judah according to them, or Yahweh, Yahuwah, or Yahusha, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, he was a prophet. Plain and simple, a prophet. Just like Moses. Moses said, after me, similar to me, just like me. That's what he said. But he had a different way of leading the people out of bondage, out of this world, even the resurrection from the dead. Look at his testimony. Don't matter about what he says about the law. You already got that in the book of Moses. Look at the testimony of this man and how they twisted. But with that, we're going to say